What's up, what it do, cyber world? It is your girl, the one and only Ash Brown, and this is Ash Brown Uncensored. On this program, I like to talk a little bit about everything. It may be pop culture related, but it's probably Ash Brown related. So you got to stay tuned to see what I'm going to talk about. Welcome to 2026. Crazy year already, right? Crazy times. Today, I wanted to reflect on the biggest inspiration to my life. The one, the only, Donna Teresita, my mother, Donna Theresa, who transitioned out of this life in 2013. And life has just never been the same since. It just hasn't. It won't ever be the same. And in that time, I've learned to deal with the grief, sometimes on a daily basis. And I just continue finding a way to push forward. I had to remove a lot of people out of my life that really meant me no good. And that happens sometimes. But now I have got a group of people that surround me with just love and support and all the good vibes. I don't have to worry about them using me to get in on certain places or using me for a contact or using me for whatever, because they all are just good people. That's all I can say for that. But no, today I want to reflect on Donna Teresita because she did a lot of amazing things in this life. And from what people have told me throughout the years, she loved children. She loved children. Even before she had us, she loved children. And when doctors told her that it was impossible, she would never give birth. And, if you did give birth, then the baby would come out with mental retardation and it would be a lifetime of medical bills, yada, yada, yada. They did everything to discourage her heart's desire to be a mother. And clearly, I'm thankful that she didn't listen to them and that she went with her own gut instinct. But what I'm talking about today is when she used to be a 911 operator. She was at that job for 9 months, y'all. She delivered a baby over the telephone. And at the time, I believe I was about 7, 8-ish. And that was the coolest thing I had ever heard of. Like, at that point in life, my little brain hadn't really fully developed, right? But she delivered a baby over the phone. That's so cool. And I remember being so captivated with this amazing feat that she had done. And it was recorded. And then she got to meet the baby a couple of weeks later. She was in the newspaper and all the things. And her supervisor, much like other supervisors and much like the supervisors that I've seen in my day, was totally jealous and had been at the job probably 10, 20 years, never delivered a baby over the phone, and was very threatened by my mom. And then she got better opportunity afterwards. But I remember the frenzy surrounding her after she delivered this baby and it being on the news and it being in the newspaper. And it was just amazing. And I remember having this sense of pride. My mother, my mom helped deliver, she helped bring life into this world in another aspect. And it was just amazing. Listening to her on the recording, because she got to get the recording. We listened to it, I couldn't tell you how many times. But I remember just being so just overfilled with pride. My mama did this. Not your mama. My mama did it. And then we got to go to the baby's first birthday party. And I thought it was still so cool. Wow, how did she deliver this baby? And now we're going to the baby's first birthday. And it was just really just amazing. Just amazing. And I have so many memories similar to that one surrounding my mama. And this past December was 12 years that she's been gone. And it still feels as fresh as the first year. After going to grief counseling and going to therapy and talking through my emotions and talking through my grief, I have a better understanding now than I ever did before. Because before, my way of dealing with it was pretending that I wasn't dealing with anything. Pretending like everything was good. Pretending everything was fine. I wasn't feeling this immense loss. But the reality was I was dealing with a loss, that probably the greatest loss of my life. And it was a lot. It was a lot for anybody, but especially me. I had transformed into 24/7 caregiver. I knew all of her aches and pains. I knew when she went to sleep, if she didn't sleep. I knew ways of trying to get her to eat after going to dialysis. There was just so much. And I look back now and I'm like, wow, that was a lot. That was a lot for anybody. And God saw fit to enlist me into that position. Insane. And as crazy and tumultuous and emotionally draining as it was, I would do it all over again. I would do it in a millisecond. Donna Theresa poured so much into me, into my brother, into my sister, before we even took our first breath. And the best thing that I can do is to continue to say her name. And say it in the way that she hated. She hated for me to call her Donna Theresa. But she took Spanish in school, and so there was always a going joke, and she would always, tell like, siéntate, sit down or sit here. And when I started calling her Donna Theresa, she was like, why do you have to say my name like that? Why can't you just say it regular? I was like, I like saying it this way. So if you have your mother, if she's still alive right now to this day, you are more blessed than a lot of people. A lot of people. A lot of us don't have our mothers here on earth anymore. And that's just the reality. So if your mother is still around, she's still breathing, and she tried to be a good mother. I'm not talking about those that just dropped the kid off at the hospital and went on with life and hasn't seen them since. I'm not talking about those deadbeat moms, because those do exist. I'm talking about if you had a good mother, or you had a good mother figure. Biology doesn't make you a mother. It doesn't. Your heart makes you a mother. And if you still got that person in your life, celebrate them. Celebrate them every single day. Because when they're gone, that's it. I used to send my mom random gifts throughout the year, especially when I was off at school. And there would be gifts off FTD or 1-800-Flowers or whatever the case is. And I would just send her a random bouquet of flowers. Whatever was on sale. I'm a broke college kid, So whatever is on sale, she was getting that one. And I would get it sent to her school so that she couldn't refuse it. And also to catch her off guard. And she would call me that day and she would be like, I don't know what I did to deserve such a good child. And just for her uttering those words, that said everything to me. That said everything. So, Donna Theresa, I love you. I miss you. And I'm doing my best to make you proud. And that's all that I got to say for that. And that's basically it. I didn't know I was going to go there today, y'all. I had no idea. But, yeah. So I pray that you have a purposeful, productive, and peaceful week ahead. We're in some really trying times right now, you guys. So keep pushing forward and try your best to be a good person.